welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lauren from Lady Lauren Explorer, and we are going into reviews again. So I've had this on my bed for like almost 2 weeks now, and today I finally decided to read it, and it is Summer's Scent by Ivana Roswin. And the reason I got this book is because of the cover. This cover looks like really, really cute. Then, like, the blurb got me because I was trying to figure out, like, what was going on in the story. Because certain things just made me question what kind of romance this was going to be. So, we get into this. We are there as a past and then like a now. So in the past, we have our heroine, Ivana, same name as the author, and we have Theodore, who is her cousin. But like for a minute, I was like, oh, like this is oh, okay, we're getting into like relations, like okay, red relations, got you, I guess. But also then I was like, how they're describing the characters, she's mixed and he is white, and I was just like, okay, so then like, but none of the family is her complexion, so then I was like, where'd we get this from? But okay. Like, I was like, all right, here we go. But then I kept like, oh, she's adopted? But no. So how this goes, because this is so convoluted that I was trying to figure out before I enjoyed the story. Before I entered the story, because I get in my mind frame of if this is red relations or not. It's not red relations. So, yeah. So, her mom, first of all, we don't know this at first, but her mom isn't her granddad's daughter. But throughout the story, until like almost the very end, they don't tell you that. So all you know is that her mom was to her grandmother loose and came home with a child, and so left the child with the grandparents, and the grandparents adopted Eve, Ava, I should say, Ava, to be mom and dad, and then have Ava's mother become her sister. See what I mean? And so then her grandpa, who is her dad, isn't related to her. So, but Theo is his nephew. Nephew. That makes them cousins. So yeah, that's how we get there. So they're cousins, even though they're not blood related. And he's always had he's mean to her, but it's just like the pigtails kind of mean. She didn't realize that at first, and he doesn't like realize that at first until like she turns 16, and then it becomes like prevalent in his mind, like, oh, I think of Ava as not my blood relation. I'm attracted to her. She then becomes to the rest of the family, she's the golden child, she is the yes child, she's the proud parent child. But he knows her rebellious side, and she is rebellious. And they keep meeting up when his friends would call him and be like, hey, your cousin's at this party drinking underage. And he would like then go get her. But then there's like there's an underhandedness of this, because like he's going to get her because he doesn't want her to be around other boys, because he's attracted to her. This begins at one point in time, like the time that changed their whole entire lives. And they meet at a party in Canada. And they're in the United States, but she crossed the border to Canada to go to a party. He finds her. There's this tension, and then finally they acknowledge the tension and decide to just go ahead and do. He says he ruins her, and he puts a permanent mark, a stain on her that she will always remember. That's how he wanted to do it. If you get what I mean, then you got what I just said. They do that for like 4 months. She then becomes with child, and no one knows that they're doing this. No one in the family knows. So, like, her mother, who is her grandmother, finds out that she is with child, and it blows up in her face. It's very, very bad. Her grandmother is French, so she has these outdated notions about like standards of beauty and skin color that like you don't really see until later on when Ava like acknowledges that her grandmother is racist and bigoted. Yeah. So that's a but I want to ruin it for everybody else to finish the story. But then it goes to the present, and we're like 10 years in the future, and they meet again. This was a 3.75 for me. I wish there was more steamy bits, because even though like the past has lots of steamy bits, the present doesn't. But I also understand that they're like trying to get with the drama of it all. So no, not a lot of steam going on. Also, the consequences of their actions, which isn't really a consequence, wasn't really like paid attention to. Everyone who needed to know to support them supported them, but like there wasn't like anything. But when the shoe dropped, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be juicy. No, I did find like the surprise of everything was her actual birth mother in the end. That was surprising, but it wasn't also like resolved in the epilogue, because like nothing was said after they left. So I don't know if like that was just like a one-off, or if her birth mother actually finally stood up and all that kind of stuff. But I did enjoy this. I wish it was longer. I think it's like 200, not even 220. I wish it was longer. I wish I was more immersed in the present, because the present takes place over 3 days, and it's like almost more than half the book, because like the past takes up like I think almost 46 46 when I stopped that one time, maybe like 50 something, 52, 53% of the book, and then the rest is the actual present. Yeah, there's that. Wish it was longer. Wish we had more of a resolve ending, and wish there was more spice towards the end. But I am happy that they have their happy for now, because that's all I can like give it to them, because again, a lot of things weren't resolved. So and I looked to see if like there was going to be like a second book, but the author hasn't said anything, so I'm just going to call this the end of the book. But yeah, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm getting back into the swing of like doing reviews again, so like just ride with me, okay? Ride with me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!